Hello there, Governor. How are you today?
Jolly good, thank you very much. And I've been looking forward to this. I've got a beer I've held back for a couple of weeks and finally get to get my gnashers around the glass and get it right down my Gregory Peck.
Neil Gregory Peck, yes. Do you know what? You look lovely and illuminated there tonight, if you don't mind me saying.
It's like I don't know. It's like I've been born again. Just simply just change the lamp round.
That's
It's
all it
wonderful, isn't it?
it is.
A bit of feng shui or whatever they call it.
Oh, is that Japanese shite that they talk about moving stuff around, right? And or is
No.
that no, that's something else, isn't it? Where they get the rake and they rake pebbles and stuff. Or maybe it's related.
Oh yeah, I've been behind me raking pebbles. Yeah. No, I just turned another
Charming.
light on.
Oh,
Simply.
very nice, very nice. And look, I'm a bit clearer as well. I actually polished my camera.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Yeah, yeah. It's
That
euphemism, as
sticky
they say.
substance has gone, is it? Wiped off the lens.
Eventually,
Yeah, I bet.
the wife listened, and
Why? She knows you drink beer and sometimes spill it. What are you talking about?
I know Welsh. The wife listened. It's her computer.
Oh, right. Yeah, nothing to see here, Mrs. the good wife. Nothing to see here.
Nothing. Anyway, it's eight commiserations on England last week. It was just
Oh, it was a good ride while it lasted. Got to the final, just went 1-0 up within a few minutes, and then
it was a good
unfortunately,
match.
it was a good match. It just, I think any team, it don't matter when it's decided on penalties, it just doesn't seem right, you know.
It
Although
doesn't.
I was listening to something and it was something like, I don't know, 68 World Cup or something like that, and Russia or someone was playing another team, and it was after extra time was 0-0 or a draw. So it was decided on the flip of a coin.
No. Get
Yeah,
out.
they decided it on a flip of a coin. So
In
maybe penalty.
comparison,
Yeah, exactly. But penalties come back to haunt us. But
I know.
the team were good,
Yeah, they were
good
very,
promise.
very good. Very good.
Semi-finals of the World Cup, final of the European Cup. We can't. England haven't had a team like this for years.
They are exceptional. And to credit, I thought the Italians were really good as well. I think it was pretty evenly matched. So it's just the
Yeah,
penalties. And that goalkeeper, the Italian goalkeeper, was marvelous.
he's a
Uh,
big bastard, wasn't he?
he's big. He's big. I think that probably pays a lot compared to your guy.
Did you see his gloves? Those new Adidas Predator gloves. My son was very jealous of them. They got little spikes on the back of them.
Yeah, I thought that. He looked a little goth-like. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Fair play.
Any,
Anyway, well
anyway,
done to the Italians. I like
yeah,
Italy a lot.
yeah.
Next time it'll be England. There's no bitterness here.
No, no, and you got further than Wales ever did, and so that was good on you. Cheers to England. They did us Britain proud, I should say. Um,
Fine. Very
and
gracious of you
hey, yeah, we're all
and your
Brit.
fellow egg chasers.
Anyway, what should we do our usual bit, which is it's got some beer news for you.
Oh, hold your horses. He's got it in the right order and he's got it at his fingertips. We're on the up, folks. We're on the up.
Lo and behold, oh, sorry about that shambolic business last week, but hey, we were out of sorts, and this is interesting actually. One of the biggest names in craft beer is hopping over to the cannabis business. So it, yeah, this is interesting. It's actually a brewery I've reviewed before. It's called Oscar Blues, and they're out of Colorado, and they do
Oh,
Dale's Pale Ale. Now, look, you can kind of understand this a little bit because Colorado is a massive mecca for cannabis. And I heard
is that
it's
where
actually
Boulder is?
Boulder. Yeah, Boulder's in Colorado, right?
Yeah, right.
From Stephen King, right? Was that Boulder or because there's one
Yeah,
in New York as well?
bit of Johnny Cash in there as well, I think.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
Colorado and Washington.
Colorado.
Don't want to get the Man in Black. Get me started.
Actually, I think it's. I think that's the Highwayman when he was in the Highwayman. Yeah, that's that song.
Oh yeah.
I'll always be around and around and around and around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the song of Highwayman, right? Yeah, no, you're right. And Chris Christopherson and who else was in it?
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Yeah, proper old
guy, I always forget his name, but that's the part he sings.
Yeah, yeah.
I slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. Anyway, we digress.
Yeah, sorry. So nearly 20
anyway,
years.
it's there. That's what we're talking about. It's that one.
That boat. And it's Washington State and Colorado State are the two states that legalize cannabis. Just so you know, it's legal there, and that's why everyone, like, Colorado is a big place to go now. Everybody's going there. Nearly 20 years ago, a batch of hand-canned beers started a seismic shift in the craft beer industry. And this is the man behind Oscar Blues. So Oscar Blues have been going for some time. Dale Cachis, and he gave the name to Dale's Pale Ale, revolutionized canned beer and has invested and taken an active leadership role in the Veritas Fine Cannabis, a boutique wholesaler specializing in cultivating and selling premium cannabis. So,
what a load of hog shit.
He's probably
oh my God, I go and get my cannabis from a boutique shop. Oh, fuck off. I once stayed in a boutique hotel after we got married. Oh, we stayed in a boutique hotel in Edinburgh. When I got there, it was just a small hotel. It was massively overpriced.
I know, it is that way. I stayed.
That could be a dreg when they use words improper.
They didn't describe it as, they call it rustic. I stayed in one in Hay-on-Wye with my good wife. It was her first time into the UK, and it cost me, oh my goodness, it probably was like 120 pounds a room, and it was pokey. You couldn't move in this place. It was essentially a pub with a couple of rooms added on, you know.
Well, that was this boutique hotel in Edinburgh. When just after we got married, we went up there. We stayed in 2 hotels, and I think we might have been a bit drunk when we booked it, because we thought that the first hotel was £400 for 2 nights, but it was £400 a night.
Oh, whoa, that blows me out of the water.
Oh, we're talking 13 years ago. That's a poke, that.
That is a
I was
poke.
like, you what? They're like, oh, you get some chocolates on your pillow.
Oh, man.
Anyway, the anger still simmers from that.
I'd say. But yeah, I mean, he signals a further intermingling of beer and cannabis. Apparently there are a few breweries starting to do this. Now, I will say I've had a cannabis-infused beer once. It was a long time ago at a pool party. It just tasted like a skunky lager, to be honest.
Yeah, that's right. I done that one, didn't I? Do you remember the guys over here?
Brew.
And the guy in London I like, the old E1 Brewing, he does one as well. But
he does.
I just think it's a fad. I think, as Lawrence would say, the voice of Lawrence, the Yoda of the beer brewing. It just sounds bollocks.
It's just bollocks. I think you're right. I think he's just trying to make a quick buck, or extra buck, because it is massive money making opportunities in Colorado for that. I think it'll peter off, to be fair, over time, but it's not unique. I don't think it's unique like craft beers, where you can really mix it up and that. But hey, that was my news. It's a massive brewery.
Well, just before you go on to that, just before we come off of that,
yeah,
I was thinking about the old Snoop Doggy Dogs, because he likes the old the old pufferoo, doesn't he?
He does,
and that sort of links in, as we like to do with this show, try and get a few links, a few circular chats going on. That links in with Willie Nelson, who we briefly mentioned, because Snoop Dogg said the only person that's ever outsmoked him on the old cannabis skunk night was Willie Nelson.
No, really? A good Texas boy?
Ah, he's got massive farms full of it. And he's been doing it for years. But
I knew he
yeah,
was.
he outsmoked Snoop Dogg. So
Who you associate with smoking the,
and
the
also,
real
he's into a bit of gin and juice, from what I've heard.
Oh, okay. I thought he was into gardening as well. He's big at
Yeah, a bit
well.
of pumpkin growing with the taff pot, wasn't it? Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, right.
They
Yeah.
give that farmer from Wales backstage tickets to his Cardiff show because he grew massive pumpkins,
Pumpkins, isn't it?
seeing if he could give him tips on how to grow massive skunk plants.
I know, that's always funny. That's probably where I picked up on his gardening now. That's right. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
That was
good
a few
fun.
years
Oh,
back.
good. Right, let's get drinking.
Anyway,
I've got a road beer. I've got a workman's beer, as you call it, keep me wet. But
wet the whistle.
Do you want me to? Shall I introduce?
Yes, please. It's you go ahead, the governor, because it's I did.
Right. Well, I've got one over here. What a lovely news that was as well.
Thank you.
I've got a beer here from Brew York, the boys at Brew York Brewery, boys and girls there. I've reviewed Brew York before, and I got some interesting flavors. I like their cans, and I've had this one. My wife bought it for me after we'd had some row the other week, and she went out shopping and bought me this beer because it's called "You Got a Friend in Me."
Oh, brilliant! The song
from that kids' film Toy Stories.
Yeah. Who's the singer?
And here it is. And I ain't done one for a while. It's a stout.
Oh, chalk that up. Oh, I like
See, now look on there. So that Disney film or whatever make it is, that animation thing. So it's got, I think that's those wings there from Buzz Lightyear's.
Oh, yeah.
There's a dinosaur there.
Dinosaur one, wasn't there? Yeah. A pig.
Oh, I remember them little action, like,
oh,
every kid had them in the 80s, the little green army men.
We all had them.
And then what's it got here? Like Woody's shoes. Like he's a sheriff, isn't he? So
yeah, he's a sheriff. Yeah.
Oh, and it says Andy there. I've seen one of those ones, isn't it?
He's like I think Andy is meant to be the kid that owns the toys, I think.
Oh, yeah, and he writes on his shoes. Well, it's like I said, it's a stout. And not only is it a stout, it's a chocolate and nougat, or as you guys over in the USA might say, nugget.
Oh, nuggets.
Pastry stout. Chocolate and nugget. Pastry stout.
We
so
call
it's
it
a 6
in Wales as well.
It's a 6.6. I'll go for a straight. See what sort of pour I can get on it.
Yes.
Here we go. Pray silence. The sound of stout.
And in your face.
Fuck, that's gone all up the curtain over my wife's computer. Shit.
Oh, God. Going back to that.
I had to sip that. I sipped it, but I didn't taste it. So we're all right. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm going to have to wipe that off there. Fucking have and just pay for this computer.
Nice. Oh, it looks pretty thick.
Oh.
Save it. We got it.
Amateurish. I'm worried about this fucking keyboard. Hang on a second.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I have to wipe it on my top.
What are we doing to our wives' computers? I got to ask.
And a university letter. Hang on. Oh. Fuck it.
We're all being.
It's the same as the kids.
Even
anyway, this pour, after me waffling on about trying to get a good pour,
Don't you maintain a distance, though?
I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it, but that's how it's turned out.
Oh, yeah.
So it has got a lovely, the head's a bit big, but it's a lovely head on it. Nice and thick looking, like you said. Very dark.
It is. That's a pretty thick old head.
Ooh,
yeah.
You can really smell the chocolate in that. Really.
Oh, good grief.
Going back to your review in the week. It's a very strong nose.
Yeah, we're trying to use more of these phrases, right?
Fucking hell, it's on the screen as well. Hang on a minute.
Wipe it off a minute. Go and get the wet wipes there,
Oh,
Governor.
a sticky substance. What's he saying?
I don't know. I have a splash zone now
Yeah,
between.
but his fucking computer's like £1.50. Whoops.
What is
Okay.
it? An Apple Macintosh?
Apple Macintosh, not the newest one, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
They call them Macintosh. I think they dropped that part. Oh, that looks. Oh, it's dark,
so
isn't it?
let's get a taste on. I've been waffling. Let's get it on.
You have.
Oh, that's fine.
Instant. Nice.
It's nice to get a stout in you.
You've missed it, folks.
A touch of vanilla in there, but very, very chocolatey. Very chocolatey.
Wow. Okay. And like in a sweet way or in a sharp chocolate way?
No, it's sweet.
Okay.
It's like a dessert stout.
Oh, what you call your desserts, pastry stout kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a dessert one. But yeah,
okay.
So far so good. So what are you
yeah, let me
what
get
are you
mine.
treating us to this week, old boy?
You know what? I'm jealous I didn't get a stout. I was thinking about it maybe next week. But I have got C800, the Terminator. No,
Oh, fuck. Oh,
look at that. I
want that.
Is that brilliant?
What's
And
a C800 then? I don't suppose they can put T800, can they?
I guess they probably can't use it. It's New England style double IPA. So it's a double IPA, so pretty hoppy, I should imagine. And it says, oh, listen to this. And extensively dry hopped with advanced mechanized citra hops. Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, beautiful.
So ingenious brewing out of Houston, which I've done before, and just hold on. I got the Duckworth out.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's hazy. Yeah, it's pretty hazy in color, right?
Yeah.
So
I love that Terminator can.
that's brilliant.
The first one I've really seen.
I know.
Like we said, we talk about a lot of wrestling and there's a lot of film ones out there, but I never even thought.
Terminator. I know. And this has actually been doing the rounds because it came from the Wandering DrayMen, folks.
He did. Well, yeah. He knows where he's got a. He goes to the Shangri-La, the old Wandering Drayman, and he picks out the most lovely of beers that otherwise the rest of us mere mortals and cellarmen can never find.
I know where. Yeah, like you said, Shangri-La. He did actually leave a note saying he wanted to participate in a podcast at some point. I don't know how that's going to happen because we've never seen his face. But
well, he doesn't have to have his screen up, does he?
No, it could be just darkness. Yeah, that's a good
idea. To be honest, I don't even know what he looks like.
No, he's a man of shadows, smoke and mirrors, as they say. But look how cloudy that is. That's really, isn't it? So let's get
it. Like for me, it looks like a banana milkshake. That's the color of it.
Does it smell like one? No, it smells hoppy. So.
Oh, look at your T-shirt.
That works, doesn't it? I didn't even plan that.
Person who believes in everything.
Yeah.
What's that say? Go the other way. Better with a good IPA.
So it probably fits in very well with this today. That was not planned, DrayBarrels. It's
or was it subliminally?
Subliminally, unconsciously. So it is.
Maybe he's a wandering drayman.
Yeah, you're right. But it's kind of has a strange. It's hoppy, yeah, but it has a perfuminess in the taste, if you understand what I mean.
Oh, let's go back to your wine. Is it a very floral bouquet?
There you go. There you go. I guess you would describe it as floral, and it's just, and it's probably, there's different hops, like citra hops have a distinctive taste. There's other hops, obviously. Maybe that's something we should talk about one of these days. Maybe ask the draymen. Just
I
fresh
mean, if
hops.
we are gonna do that, the local beer shop near me, the craft beer shop, they've just in lockdown and that they obviously were shut down, but they bought the shop next door, which was like an independent pizza place, and they knocked through, and now they've made a really long extended bar, not like American standard, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, because where we live is
Like
small
New
town,
York.
but they've tripled the size of the shop that they had. They've got a little seating area upstairs, and I was talking to the lady that owns it the other day when I popped in there, and she was saying that the new beers that are coming in are made with a new hop, which
Oh,
everyone's
really?
going mad for.
Okay.
But I didn't have time to go into much more. But I'm supposed to be going there in next couple of weeks for a night out. Take the wee wife out. She can enjoy a baby sham or
Yeah.
maybe a Lambrini and watch me enjoy my beer.
Blue Nun. Get the Blue Nun out.
Half
Oh,
a bottle of Blue Nun should sort her out.
and
But no,
hopefully,
she's done a really good job, the lady that owns it, and she was the one I think I told you was going to be brewing a cherry stout. So,
and so she's going to probably have that on tap, so you guys can
well, I
drink
might
it.
pop in. It depends. We got things going on, but I was
Yeah.
away last weekend.
Yeah. Well, like the beer you had on the beach there. What was it? Tetley's, wasn't it?
No, they weren't on the beach. It was just where we stayed was inland slightly, like about half a mile from the beach. But it was a lovely view. You could see the sea in the background, but it was a lovely
Yeah.
sort of valley view. That was just outside the clubhouse. But yeah, just a Tetley's, but it was a good pint of Tetley's
Oh,
in the sunshine. Lovely.
you can't
And
beat it, can you, on the coast? A nice pint.
no, but getting back to the lady in the beer shop, she's got
Okay, yeah.
cherry beer. And if I can get in there this weekend, I'll go and see her again.
Well, that's cool. That's at least you got a little place like that local to you. And I know how hard it is in North Devon, to be fair. It is a struggle to find these little places and that compared to, we've talked about it many a time, how big it is here, you know?
There's
And
a chap up the road. I just seen it on Facebook. Or was it on MySpaces?
oh,
On
okay.
one of them, it was on one of them, and he's set up like I don't even know exactly where it is. It's a couple of miles from me, but it's either he's in his garage and he's made a bar because it's very very tiny, but
Mm.
he's brewed his own IPA and it's on tap. And
Oh, okay.
he's like a very he's a micro brewery if you
Okay.
want. So I might try and catch up with him at some point, and
Definitely.
it'd be nice. He's sort of grassroots. He's just starting out. It'd be interesting to have his
Yeah.
views on things.
No, it's good because talking about that, one of at the coach's wedding when he got married several years ago, we all went, but one of his friends actually home brewed a peanut butter chocolate stout, just specially for the wedding. I can't remember what he named it, but he does quite a few beers at home. He lives down in Houston, and where this beer's from, incidentally. But oh, mate, it was just phenomenal. I mean, just has a nice sweetness. So again, a dessert beer, and I think we had it after cake, but it was just fantastic. But he made a big batch of it because obviously it was a big wedding and people were just drinking it like fun, and he had some left over. So that's kind of on a commercial level in a way.
That's a bloody treat, that, isn't it?
I might have to
If
see
you go
it.
to a wedding and it's at a hotel or something like that, they'll have a few selections of beers. And then I've been to a couple of weddings that's been in like a big outdoor tent, and they might just have one or two. But to go to a wedding where there's a special beer that's been brewed, and it's free, and there's a shitload of it, and it's a stout.
Yeah.
Oh, you get married again, mate.
See?
Why don't you renew your vows? I'll come.
Okay, I might do that. I might have a word. But over here, I have noticed the difference is that weddings over here is just an open bar, full stop. Whereas in the UK, you normally get a limit, don't you? And then you pay for
Well,
your
it
own.
used to be like that, but then that was when you have like a small venue, and then like the money would be behind the bar. But then now you have to hire the venue, which is a load of money.
Oh yeah,
I
shit.
mean, if you want to make money, think of something to do with weddings, because you'll never be short of a fucking job. But
That's true. Yeah.
my wife occasionally makes wedding cakes for people, and if we could get regular, like 2 or 3 a week, it'd be brilliant, you know.
I bet
But the money that people charge for things for weddings is insane. But
it is, and I bet actually it probably got hit by COVID, right? Because weddings were reduced, obviously, in numbers for a start. So if you could, do you think she'll continue that and do more of those? I'm just kind of curious, you know.
she done one like about a month ago, something like that, maybe a little bit longer.
It's got to be increasing. It has to be increasing
Yeah, she
now.
made it, but yeah, it will start picking up. But I don't
Yeah,
know. It's just, I don't know. We'll see. But the getting back to weddings over here,
yeah,
usually when you arrive at the reception, you'd get a free drink. Like when we was married, we gave everyone like a Pims, because it was like a spring type, that sunny day. Everyone had a nice Pims on the lawn and that outside, and then went in, and then we had wine with dinner, which everyone had, and some sort of drink after dinner, and then after that, yeah, it's just you have to buy your own.
yeah, absolutely.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
there was
it.
no way I was paying for
Yeah.
the bar with the fucking lager lads I invited to my wedding. I'd be fucking skin.
It was the same at ours.
And fucking Billy at
Oh,
Jockerney's.
he
He might
would
have been
be
7 stone, but he could drink 8 stone in drink.
bloody hell. Talk about, and he was on the same level as Ridian drinking. You know, he was that kind of level for a small person. God, man. But you know, it is, and it was the same at our wedding. We didn't have open bar. You have a certain amount of bottle of wine and all that. But here it's all open. It's like, yeah, drink what you like. And I remember the coach. We talked to him about it. Where it's like, and I think he had like IPAs and cans of different craft beers because that's what he's into. So it was a pretty.
He's a crafty fellow, isn't he, the
He is a
coach?
crafty
He's a
fellow.
very, very crafty
So
chap,
we'll see
from
him.
all
We'll see him.
accounts.
Anyway, do you want to tell us about your brewery, or are you not?
Well, like I said, it's Brew York, so
Yeah.
that's in the original York. None of this new business, none of this new York. This is
Oh,
York,
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
not old York, not New York, not Yorkshire, York. Anyway, this is in the middle of York, and they've got a tap room and beer hall, couple of venues in the city. Lovely place to visit. I'd give them a full review, and we done the when I done the rhubarb Streisand
That's right.
milkshake beer that I had for maybe 2-3 months ago now. So I give them the full rundown there. But it's a
Yeah,
good brewery. The beers I've had so far from them have been top notch. The designs on the cans are great.
yeah. Oh, I
You
love
know,
it.
they're waiting now. This coming Monday is Freedom Day. Oh, it's gonna be free to spread COVID.
Oh, I heard that.
Everything's open, you know, proper. Don't have to fucking table service. All that stuff's gone, but it'll be in lockdown again by October, I should think. Anyway, so a few of their beers that they do. I mentioned it before. Mentioned 2 of these before. Goose Willis.
Oh, I
Chalk
love
it
it. I love
up.
it.
And Juice Forsyth, which is a sour, which over here means something. In America, you probably haven't got a clue. Dear old Brucey. And then they've got a Triple Eclipse of the Heart, which is an IPA, and a Karma Chameleon American IPA. Just to mention a couple more than I did before. Events. Well, it's nice. I went on their website tonight. They've got a couple of events they're going to be attending.
Brilliant.
Coming up soon, 23rd, 24th of July, is the Manchester Craft Beer Festival. And Brew York are going to be there. And then following that, there's a couple in London, sort of Augusty time. London Craft Beer Festival, I think it is, and something else. So these things are starting to happen again. So that's great.
Finally, that's pretty exciting. Great. I mean, yeah, it sounds a pretty interesting brewery. I love the names though, and And the wordplay they do with this
I've
brewery.
missed something. I've completely missed something.
What's
This
that?
beer, Nougat, a friend in me, or Nugget, a friend in me, either or. It's a collab, short for
Oh,
collaboration.
shit.
Short,
Okay. All
short for
right.
collaboration, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
And it is with a Hong Kong brewery, which is called Guello Beer. It's the second collab they've done. And
Oh.
yeah, they collaborate with a few different breweries around the world, as a lot of these ones do now. And be interesting to try and find a Guello beer. It doesn't sound
Yeah.
very Hong Kongish, does it? Guello.
No, it sounds like
It's a big Goa. It's a bit like the Goa, doesn't it?
oh, it does a bit, but it does sound a little bit like the Mexico or Central America with the guano with the bat
Oh,
poo.
yeah, the old guava.
Guava or guava or guava. You know, so it doesn't sound Hong Kong at all. Hey,
Doesn't
it'd
sound
be interesting
Hong
if
Kongish, does it? No.
no.
Unless
It,
that's how they say Guello. Maybe
maybe
that's hello in Hong Kongese.
don't they speak Mandarin there?
No, they speak Hong Kongish.
Okay. It's a little, not quite Hong Kong, it's Hong Kong-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be good if you find some info on that brewery. I'm kind of curious now because we don't do
Well,
any.
if you're that curious, you could type it in the World Wide Web,
You
the
could.
internet, do a bit of internet surfing, and maybe you'll be able to find out.
Cool. Okay, I may have
Oh,
a look into that.
knowledge.
No,
Get on that internet before.
Anyway, my brewery Ingenious, I've talked about them before. They are based in Humble, Texas, which is in Houston, essentially. And they're focused on fresh beers, especially the hoppy style, you know, as fresh as you can get. This has been in my fridge for a couple of weeks now, so I hope it probably could have been a bit fresher, to be honest. Yeah. And I talked about these guys, not, you know, there was a guy, one of them is from Houston, and then the other guy, there's a partnership, Mike and Justin, and one's from Pennsylvania, and they
My
both
very own Justin.
Justin, and yeah, it's. I'm not gonna say much more. You know, they are open all week. Actually, though, I did my research. Like your brewery, they've got some events going on.
Talk
So,
to me. I'll be interested.
yeah. Excuse me, still a bit throaty.
Bit of the old TB, is it, Christopher?
All that walling, the dust. So they're doing on Saturday the 17th of July. They've got a brews and browse art market, so you can go along there and look at some art that they're displaying and have some beers at the same time, which is kind of cool. They've got some trivia, yeah, some trivia nights coming up as well. They got one Tuesday 20th. It's the office trivia, so it's all kind of office related kind of stuff, you
What,
know.
like the comedy show?
I think so. I'm guessing possibly because,
I
like,
tell you what, some of the funniest things, if you type it into YouTube's or Goggles or any of that, is the when Ricky Gervais rips Steve Carell a new arsehole over the office. If you type it in, like when he's introducing him at award shows and things like that, he absolutely crucifies him. It's so fun.
because obviously the office started with Ricky Gervais, and then
20 years ago.
obviously
20 years old this summer, The Office.
that's crazy, and obviously Steve Carell's version of it is just been massive, absolutely massive, and I think it may have just in popularity, it may have eclipsed Ricky Gervais, but The Office,
Yeah,
well,
but
it's
he
gone
only
on
done,
longer.
how many series did he do over here? 2 and a couple of
think
specials?
I think so, and they've done like, I don't know, was it been like 10 or something over here or more, 15?
Yeah.
Is it flogging a dead horse a bit? But I've never watched the American one, but I've heard it's pretty funny as well. It's so I don't know.
I think it's probably more joke based than. I mean, if you watch The Office, it's so awkward at times. I'm not sure if
Uncomfortably,
I'm not sure if
uncomfortably.
I even liked it in some. Do you know what I mean?
It is
I liked
something that's
it. Did I
cringeworthy.
enjoy it? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a bit. And that's how he wanted it to be. He wanted you to feel uneasy when you was watching it. And they said that
definitely.
it wouldn't be made now in these snowflake times we live in. They wouldn't be able to commission a show like that.
That's probably very, very true. I'm actually surprised Kirby is still going because you know how close that
Yeah.
comes to it, and that is uncomfortable viewing at times. I actually really behind on Kirby Enthusiasm we're talking about. I haven't watched the last two series, so I may have
Oh,
to
I
catch
haven't.
up.
I watched them all till about series 6 religiously, and then I've only ever caught odd episodes since then.
Yeah, I did same with me. Same with me. I need
A
to catch
few
up.
of them are just hilarious. It's just so
Oh,
awkward and so funny. But
and
I
it's
love
funny, don't get, but you're like, oh bloody hell, and you like, you almost want to skip through it a little bit because some of. But hey, it's a
it.
kind of similar vibe. But yeah, there's a few beers they do. I've talked about them before. They've got a stout called Cookies and Cream. They really work on the pastry stouts, like what you're drinking tonight. There, Gav. Um, but they've got a few. Oh, they got a sour called a Smarty Boo Berry Fluff. So I guess it's kind of berry based. And well, I like this one, stout Dracula, and it's got a picture of Dracula drinking a
Oh,
stout. So
oh
that might be good. 10% like yours. Yours is 10, right?
no, Christ, no.
What
Mine's
was
only
it?
mine's a 6.6.
Oh bloody hell! Mine's an 8.2.
Oh no, that's fucking mental. We talked about that the other day.
Yeah, but
I have a DM which relates to a mini episode that you put out. I don't quite know why they sent it to me, but I'm guessing they got us mixed up.
okay.
And this, I love these names that people come up with. I've tried to pronounce this a few different ways. I'm just going to go with what feels right to me. This came from someone on the internet called, here we go, Tabernacle 3. Yeah, funny. I have no idea.
Wow.
So Tabernacle 3 sent me
Okay.
a message. I'm guessing it was supposed to be for you.
Okay.
Because when I look back on our Instagram where you put your mini reviews, it's something that you reviewed. So it
All
was
right.
by Wild Acre. That was the name of the, excuse me, hang on.
Oh, the lurgy. Get it down your neck.
Wild Acre Brewing or Brewing Company, something like that. And it was a Texas blonde beer, which was an imperial pineapple. Now, it was one that you were just drinking. When I look back, there was no review, and the person, Tabernacle 3,
Okay.
I wonder if he's like the third in succession, or she's the third in succession, or
Oh, there's been a bunch of these tabernacles going around.
but yeah, maybe. But they have put, what was it like? Maybe a full review soon. Cheers, fellas.
Okay.
So you put, I think you put on there that you liked it, but I'm guessing because it was pineapple, which is a bit, pineapple is one of those flavors I'm guessing that divides people.
It is. It's like one of
An
those ones.
imperial pineapple. I never asked you about this myself, but
Okay. I
maybe you
don't.
could give us a bit of a.
Well, I'm trying to
You
think
don't have
what
to.
one.
You don't have to review the beer like we do, but just tell us what it was like.
I can't even remember it. That's the whole trouble. How long ago was this? I'm
No,
trying to.
no,
I'm
not
actually.
like
Dre.
about only like last 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, DrayBarrels. I'm actually scrolling through my Instagram feed because we do review a lot of these beers just to try and figure out which one it was. When I see the photo,
Called why? It's called Texas Blonde Imperial Pineapple.
oh, okay. Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah,
Bit of a tropical like looking can, I think.
so this is actually a shout out to Kyle, who I have a few beers with on occasion. He's a lawyer Dray Barrel, and we shared one. And if you saw the photo, there were two cans next to each other. And
Oh, no. So I'm glad that Tabernacle 3 is texting because I wasn't aware of that myself.
no, you're right, actually. And it's weird because it's imperial pineapple, and as I recall, it didn't taste very pineapple. It was fruity, but I didn't pull the pineapple out of it.
Oh.
It was kind of curious. It was kind of like, and I remember telling Kyle this, it kind of tastes a little bit just general fruity, citrusy kind of vibe
Like
to it.
like a fruity punch.
Yeah, kind of, and it wasn't overpowering. But the weird thing is, if you look at the photo, Dray Barrels, it has the Texas blue bonnet on the front, so it's not tropical in any way. So the can, there's a pineapple to the
I'm going to
side.
have a look now as we speak.
Yeah, the pineapple to the side, and it actually looks, is that a daffodil next to it as well? No, it's two pineapples. It looked like a daffodil. But right in the center, if you look at the artwork, there's a Texas bluebonnet flower.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. So it's
Oh,
kind of
right.
mixed in, and I believe Wild Acre Brewing are out to Texas as well, obviously, you know. They are in Fort Worth, which is near Dallas. But yeah, hey,
So, okay, so you've told me that you're having a beer.
yeah,
Right now, I'm looking at this photo in depth.
okay.
He's
And
having a
with
beer with your friend Kyle from Twin Peaks, right?
yes.
There's two cans, but there's only one pint. That don't look right.
No, you're right. We weren't sharing it, folks. He
Are you
had his own
sure?
pint glass, but I just decided, spur of the moment, just to shove two cans next to just being artistic.
So
Shove
did you have a pint then?
It was a can each, and that is a can, what you see there. So it's probably not really.
No. What I mean is, did you have your own glass, or were you going bareback?
No, I did have my own glass.
Oh,
But you know what? That brings a good point. That I said we're having a pint, but that can wasn't a pint. It was
no,
more of a half a pint.
more of a
So
stubby effer.
it was a stubby effort, if you're talking about it. And I apologize, Dray Barrels. That wording wasn't right. I should have said half a pint. We'll just call it a shandy, F.
Well, I suppose if you said a Friday pint now, there was two of you, two halves make a pint.
Oh, you're right, actually.
It's all very
No,
suggestive, isn't it? You see what I mean? Tabernacle
yeah,
Tabernacle 3 is drawn an interesting part. You know, we're getting something from this now. Getting two cans, one glass.
right. So, you know,
It's
you're right.
very, very suggestive.
You're right. And in a way, you know, to be fair on Tabernacle 3, he wants more info.
So do I now.
Yeah, he wants more info. And how are we snowballing something here? What's going to happen? Everybody going to start analyzing every photo to death that we did?
I don't know. I mean, I've never heard of Kyle before.
Maybe catch you meowing too. Don't meow too loud because it could kickstart something for us. That's what worries me. I appreciate you, but I'm hoping it doesn't snowball.
What
You
the
know,
fuck's it got to do with a cat?
or snowball too. No, I'm just like hollering, just you using a euphemism in a way. But it could snowball out of control, and we could get.
Well, I think now, I mean, I obviously look at your pictures when you put your ones up, as I know that you do with when I have a beer up and things like that. But I'm going to be really, really looking at your ones now.
Oh, guys.
Talk to me, Tabernacle. DM me. I'll get back to you.
Well, I'm hoping.
The governor, not the ref. You were meant to DM the ref, but you've opened a can of suggestiveness that we never even envisaged.
Tabernacle 3, sorry to call you your full name, not just Tabernacle,
Yeah.
like you said. You look, it was good, and I'm hoping Tabernacle 3 that I explained that photo and explained that beer in more
Yeah, well, you did for me. It's been a treat.
But I have mentioned Kyle before because I did that DrayMens delivery to him that time. Remember, I took that hummingbird beer and it was a DrayMens drop off. Going back now, he can't even remember. Look,
I know I'm going to be looking. I know I remember seeing some beers, but I'm going to have a good look now.
I may have to do the same for you, there, Governor. It's bring on.
I have no immediate friends.
Ooh, you got a few. But hey, look, I will look into explaining myself in more detail down the line.
We don't have to explain yourself. I think they just wanted a bit more info on the beer, but you've ended up explaining yourself. So.
Okay, in more.
Shut the case. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, how would you say that? Tabanaka. Tabanaka. That's how I would say it.
I know you get tabernacle. That's something.
Or it could be tabanaka.
That doesn't sound right. It sounds better, tabernacle.
Yeah, I think that must be the way to say it. Anyway, thank you very much, and hopefully that's scratched your itch.
I hope so. And hey, do you want to get down to? Oh, is there anything you wanted to mention about your brewery before we move to our final?
No, I mean, if people really want to find out, obviously I've got a great website, and if you go back to our review of Rue Barbara Streisand, give you all of the lowdown on all of their comings and goings in that. So
definitely, and we always kind of tag.
I'll definitely be doing another one of their beers because I'm enjoying the ones I've had so far. So fair play, Brew York. Keep up the good work.
Same with Ingenious, fantastic, and we will tag you guys obviously in the post that we do when we upload this, so you can always follow a link to their Instagram, which we like to do, so you can kind of check them out and get more info. They all have websites. Just type it in and you'd be good to go. But anyway, this time is time for it's Grapes of the Week.
And muffled. I think you need to open them cellar doors. That was a bit muffled.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, my trick is it's so current, it's annoying, and I know we've harped on about it ever since we've been doing these, but like I told you, Freedom Day is Monday. This bullshit thing they've called Freedom Day, where everything's supposed to be opening, just as COVID over here is starting to spike again.
Oh yeah.
Now, I've been double jabbed. I know you have.
Yeah.
I've got double stickers. Well happy. Get a sticker every time you have a jab. Proper. Not like those ones in New York where you got a free beer. That would have been lovely. Anyway, I've got 2 stickers, and I might be able to show you them actually.
Oh.
Not the smiley one in the middle, but those heart ones.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So been double jabbed, and a lot of the country, everyone above my age group's definitely been double jabbed, and people over 18 have all been offered it, but they got it the wrong way round. They should have jabbed the kids first, because kids go to different people's houses and blah 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 blah. Anyway,
they carry more.
These different fucking variants that are going around, Delta and whatever else there is going around, they're going through schools like wildfire again at the minute. And we've got rapid flow tests over here. I don't know if you have them, where you can do it and it tells you result in 20 minutes. They have them ones which we've done on all our kids this week, and they're all negative. And they have been told, we went to go to school, and because one of them's got a cough, although he's come up negative, I said, no, you've got to isolate with him and get a PCR test, which is when they send it off to the laboratories. It's a fucking ball ache. None of our kids have got it. The kids next door are the same, and it's just a fucking nightmare. Like this week, I've done 5 tests myself. I mean, I have to, because I work in a care home now, I'm doing maintenance in a care home. We have to do them anyway. I usually do 2 a week because I've got kids. They've given me extra. So I've done 5 in 4 days, 2 quick ones and 2 PCR tests.
I've not done one.
It's just mental.
That's crazy. I've not done one, and nobody's really asking for it over here whatsoever. You know,
it's going just as they're about to open everything. Suddenly, it's starting to go up on the rise again. Now they're happy because they've obviously vaccinated a lot of older people.
Yeah,
people will still die from it, but it'll be more like flu levels rather than
okay.
COVID
So
levels.
it's becoming okay, but still, I mean,
and it's just so annoying. I mean, for us, if we suddenly get told that the kids have got to properly isolate, at the moment they've just been sent home until we get the results for a PCR test, so that's like a couple of days. But if they have it, then we have to isolate as a family for 10 fucking days, which means that we don't get paid.
You're not earning here at the end of the day.
No, we get nothing.
It's an expense to be covered, I think.
Anyway, so that's it. It's COVID.
Well, I'm actually going. I did have a drag, but I'm just changing it in the light of yours. My drag is the flimsiness of your COVID card. I haven't got it on hand, but you got to think we're going to be using these a lot. And I had to use mine for the first time this week. It's basically your vaccination record. It's about this size. It's a piece of cardboard, and it's like, how long is this going to fucking last? Are we going to get proper cards? How is this going to work?
Am I talking about COVID passports over here? I'll show you my card. Hang on.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't keep
mine. Is that? It's just printed cardboard.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at that. I've only had it since, when did I have my first test? The 1st of May, and it already looks like that. It's already flaking, and it hasn't been anywhere but my phone case.
Mine's the same, essentially about the same as yours. It's the same thing. And we keep it in the drawer with our passports, birth certificates, all that business, national.
Oh yeah, tell us. But which drawer's that? What room?
I'm not going to say where it is, but they're already talking about fake ones, right? How easy it is and stuff like that to fake. And I want to get home as soon as I can. It probably won't be until early next year now, but I mean, obviously I'm going to have that. What I'm thinking about is we don't have those rapid tests, and that might be useful if you're traveling. So I'm hoping there'd be more of a thing over
here. The countries that they gave a green light to over here just 2 weeks ago, they've suddenly put on amber light.
I saw that. If you're
coming back with people under 18, they have to isolate for 10 days.
Ibiza and Majorca and Minorca all go on it. I saw.
Yeah, Maltese, all that.
Yeah, it just went on it. I don't know how.
And the Greek island of Rhodes.
Oh, the Greek island of Rhodes is on it as well. So, man.
No,
Road. Okay, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, that's my drag. It's by them by, So
I think it's both COVID related. We're sick of it now. I'm not employed by them anymore.
We are.
Could be, because they keep offering me more jobs, but I'm over that. Short-term contracts are a thing of the past with me. So let's just get on with it now. Get out gigging, get out festivals, get out doing all this. It'd be great.
It will. Get back to normal. We're sick of it. Move on. Anyway, are you got a rating or what?
Well, I haven't actually. Not much of a drag, is it? Hang on. It's got a kick to it.
Oh, at the end, is it?
I've enjoyed it. I love what these guys do. The stout level, and we are stout through and through. We've reviewed more stouts than anything else on.
We have.
This little adventure we're on.
Yeah.
The DrayMens. Good knowledge. I'm going for 7.5.
Oh, okay. No, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's a good rating. Yeah,
it's not for me. although it's a lovely consistency and that, for me, it's not reaching those echelons that I have with other stouts. So 7.5 is a fair rating.
I think that's good. You got to think of the journey we're going to be taking this Christmas.
For me, I tell you why. It's just over chocolatey for me.
Oh, okay. That kind of, okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit too much for my personal palate. It's a little bit overpowering.
Too much. It's too Charlie for your liking, right?
Too much chocky, not enough nougat.
Oh, imagine one just nougat. That'd be interesting.
An almond or almond. We have to say things double because you always say it wrong, don't you, over there?
Anyway. I always called it nugget, and that's coming from Wales. Nutty nugget. So maybe we get it similar to the Americans.
Yeah, but then you would say something like, if you got my toothbrush, what, you've got a brush for one tooth? Fuck off.
It's always like, what's the other one? Oh, I didn't hear you. Oh no, what was it? It's something to do with, over here. You're coming over here. Oh, are you talking about your year?
Yeah, but I can understand that. That's fine.
Yeah, see, you would. Anyway, all right. I will rate mine. I'm just going to finish this little drag off.
For this hopper, what are we going for?
Do you know what? I've had better. I think I've had better from Ingenious. It's a good brewery and such, but fruity, added a fruitiness to it. I think I'm just going to go for a 7 on this. You know.
Have you seen this boy? Have you seen this boy?
Have I seen this boy?
It's only a C800. It's not a C1000.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. You know, it's
but love that. Can you hold up the can just one?
Let's have one more look before we go.
Lovely,
isn't that cool? It has beams in the background as well. It's
half and half. It's got half brain. Oh, it's awesome.
I love the artwork. I've had a couple of good artworks. I did like yours today with the Toy Story theme. I thought that was pretty cool. Can we have another look at that?
It's like a children's bedspread, isn't it? You know, like a duvet cover.
Hold it right up to the
curtains.
Yeah.
It's like you're having a child's nursery.
It is. Yeah, definitely. I like that. That's cool. Good stuff. Okay, we've had a couple of good beers tonight, Governor.
Yes, we have enjoyed it. Nice to be on the stat wagon again and see what next week holds. Maybe, you never know, I might do a review on my own.
Oh, okay. Do a what, in between, or
maybe I won't.
I look forward to that.
Keep checking your Insta feed. You never know what might creep up. Anyway, Alice class, one and all, and we'll be popping by next week to see you all soon.
Alice class.